Welcome to Your Life Story, a space to explore the journey from survival to authenticity. I'm Sajine, and here we dive into the raw truths of breaking free from the expectations we've grown up with, rediscovering our voices, and thriving after life's challenges. But this isn't just about my story, it's about life. From relationships and self-discovery to the messy, beautiful questions we all face. No topic is off limits here. So if you're ready to embrace courage, healing, and living life on your own terms, you're in the right place. Let's connect. Let's grow. Welcome to the journey. Welcome. I am happy to hear your guys's well, I guess I can't hear your voices, right? But I'm happy that you're here with me, and that is what is the most important. Today, I am talking about living in the cage, but choosing freedom. Why do I say that? Because sometimes that's how I feel. Truly. All the things that I've had to deal with getting away from an abusive marriage, and yet I am forced to go back because of, parenting. I feel like I'm in a cage. And I'll discuss it why. Because I'm still going to choose freedom. There's so many survivors of abusive relationships who feel trapped, unheard, and dismissed by the very system meant to protect them. Protect us, right? Custody battles, emotional terrorism, system failures, longing for freedom. This is one of those things that some people don't understand. There's people who divorce and it's as amicable as it can be. Why? Because they believe that parenting for their children is the best thing. But when it is only one parent who has that mentality and the other one is just about control and seeing how much pain they can inflict, it is horrible. And to think that you're not allowed to say anything, you're just supposed to sit there and be pretty and nice and not stir anything, because if not, you get in trouble. Not the person who hurt you, who's causing issues, who's taken money, who's done really things that are not good. They're not the ones who ever have to do anything. It is us, the ones who want the best. And that's why I have this podcast and this community, because I believe it is hard, the things that we go through. This isn't just my story. It's the story of countless parents and survivors who feel caged but are still fighting. When you just want to be able to just rest and enjoy your time, not worry about things, instead of being on a 24/7 scheduling system of everything. Because that's what you get dealt with. It's like I said, it's being like in a cage, because you have to give every detailed information of how you are doing things, It's just not fun. There's people who feel like a bird who's encaged. That's how sometimes I feel, because I would love to fly. There's prisoners of war. That's how some people feel. Or you feel like you are in some type of, abuse camp where you're trying to endure all this horrible stuff. And the sad thing is, society tells us, why didn't you leave? Why did you choose him? When the truth is far from complex. I did leave, and I was brought back. Why did I choose him? Because when I chose him, he was showing a different character, somebody who was longing for love, justice, Christianity, the love of God, who wanted to be really somebody who made a difference in the world. And once this individual couldn't get what he wanted from me, he turned pretty quickly. And this individual even said, you know, that person you used to know? Well, that person you will never see again because it never existed. Or I got tired of faking it till I made it. And you know, that saying is for something else, but this individual was saying the truth. He was faking it, his life, because he wanted to make what he wanted in this life. And trying to tell people that, they look at you like you're some type of weird creature, is just terrible. And people will only believe what they want to believe because they can't believe that such evil exists in this world. And for you, some of you people, it felt like the Twilight Zone. That's what it feels like. And if you don't know about it, go ahead on Google, look it up, and you'll understand why. I think I only watched 1 or 2 shows because I was so tiny. I don't know why I was watching it, but I was curious. But you know what? If you ever felt like nobody cared, like your voice was silenced, you're not crazy, you're not weak. You're carrying something unbearable, and the fact you're still here proves your strength. You know, the mask of the abuser, the way abusers use manipulation is really horrible. The one that I had used suicide threats, financial control, trying to take my children away and saying I would never see them, and smearing my name to everyone. I didn't know. He told me that everyone was evil. So I isolated myself in the house because he said that was the safest place. But I had no idea that the reason he was doing that was because he was out there smearing my name. So when his plans came along, everybody believed him because they were like, oh no, he's just so nice. Why would he do that? And I guess you would say bravo, because here I am, this recluse who's quiet, and now I'm talking? Who are they going to believe? The person who always is out there laughing and joking, checking up on their kids if they're okay, helping them out in little, projects that people needed. And where was I? I was at home taking care of the kids, feeling afraid every second that somebody out there was out there to hurt me when the person who was out there hurting me was my own spouse. The times when this individual would dangle my children in front of me, saying, oh, you know what, I'm going to take them. Or when children told me, hey, this is what he was saying about you. And it broke my heart. The time he tried to take my car away and said, I'm going to take your car. And I said, well, good luck. I have all the receipts with my bank that show that I paid for it with my money and the title's under my name. When I said that, it was the biggest tantrum ever from him. He would charm everyone so he looked like the victim. Oh yeah, I'll never forget. Oh, people know that you're just trying to take all my money, that you're just a gold digger. I was thinking, really? Gold digger? I think I was using all my money from my paycheck for everything, and yet I still didn't have enough to eat. And I'm not saying I ate a lot. I was basically eating toddler-sized meals. I don't say it so you can, feel pity for me, but I say it because that's what they do. They smear your name. I watched this show. I watched several movies that have this type of abuse. And when I tell people about it, they are astonished. And it's a real life true story. And it's horrible because I can connect everything that this individual was living in real abuse, and I can see it there for me. And it was horrible because that's why when people don't understand it, I say, okay, watch this movie and you will understand what I'm going through. And I'm going to call it out what it is. It is pure evil. Not just difficult or just broken. It's evil. The things that I had to see, hear, while nobody was watching, and he would be mocking me and saying that nobody would ever believe me. And you know what? You're right. It is horrible. That's why I said it feels like you're trapped in some twilight zone because nobody wants to hear you. Like I've said in my past podcast, I would be screaming in my head, help. Even with my eyes, and nobody would look at me. And the ones that did, I told you, I don't know what he said to them, but they ran and said, I'm so sorry. I will not be able to help you because I need to take care of my family and I don't want issues for them. So hence, we are moving away. People moved away from the main city where I'm at to the outskirts so they wouldn't be near now my ex. Because I don't know to this day what he did to threaten them. And sometimes we feel like the system's there for us. We go to the individuals that say that they're there to help and protect us. And all I got was being dismissed. I was told, you just need to grow up. Minimized. We can't do anything unless you actually can see physical beatings or stuff like that. We can't do nothing. And one of them who mocked me and said, what is your end mean to all this? Suggesting that I was just there to cause problems. The hard thing was when my lawyer told me the truth what I was going through, but yet wouldn't act because it risked custody and my well-being. And oh yeah, they dangled it very well in front of me, my kids. Because the one paper that was keeping me safe, they dangled in front and said, you need to let go or we'll take more time away from you from your kids. I don't know about you, but that's crooked. I'm here to say that I'm going to validate you, all you survivors. Why? Because we're often re-traumatized by the very systems meant to protect us. You end up being angry, the grief, the despair that comes when you realize that you're basically on your own. Like I tell people, you're a sitting duck. But you know what? That's why we talk. That's why there's these communities, my community, your safe zone, where you can say things that you felt so you feel validated. And if you don't want to say it, that's fine. But know that my words that I write on my social media platforms, it's there to validate you, acknowledge what you went through, and let you know that you're not the only one. And I know, because I was there, I was angry because I was like, cool, you're not the only one, but that still doesn't resolve my issues. I get it. I'm going through the journey at the same time, but I've chosen to make a better life for me. Why? Because someone said the biggest revenge is your indifference and you rising above and surpassing them. Not because you want to show it to them. No, it's time for you to show it to yourself. We have to choose not to become like them. We're not going to have their poison infect us so we can be poisoned. We need to reflect that we will not become bitter or cruel like them. I encourage you, your greatest rebellion is to stay soft, stay kind, and keep building your voice. And even when they want to silence it. But guess what? You got boundaries now. I encourage you to find your mission in life, your purpose. Even if it's small, because it reclaims identity. If you have children, know that they're there for you. But before they were there for you, you need to choose yourself. Why? Because if you're strong, you can help. So we need to find our freedom in spirit. We need to bring it back full circle. We may not yet have the freedom we long for, but we can cultivate freedom inside our spirits. We should introduce nightly rituals, cleansing all that poison that they put into us, grounding ourselves in God if you are a Christian, envisioning freedom, or you can ground yourself with whatever grounding techniques there are for you if you are not a Christian. Why? It's your life story. I'm not here to tell you who you can choose to follow, but I want you to choose you because you're the most important one. You know, I think it'd be great to, end this with a nice little guided meditation. I want you to remember this is a little hope message before we get to our little guided meditation. One day we will walk free. But until then, our spirits are already free when we choose love over poison, faith over despair, truth over lies. Let's start our little guided meditation. I believe it will be something soothing for us because it's important for us to go through this. So let's start. Take a deep breath in and release. Tonight we let go of everything that was heavy. Every word that tried to poison us. Every shadow that tried to follow us home. Inhale light. Exhale darkness. Place your hand on your heart. Feel it beating. This heart is strong. This heart has carried you through storms. This heart is yours. It belongs to no abuser, no system, no oppressor, only to you and to the God who loves you. I release what is not mine. I release the poison. I release the lies. Now imagine a soft light wrapping around you like a blanket. It covers you. It covers your children. It fills your home. No poison can enter here. You are surrounded by peace. See yourself walking free, laughing, breathing, living without fear. Hold that vision. That is your truth. That is your future. Take one more deep breath. Inhale the freedom. Exhale the peace. This day is done. I rest in love. I rise in strength. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of Your Life Story with Sajine. I hope it gave you something to think about, feel, or explore on your journey. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to share it with someone who might need it or reach out to connect. I think it's important also. I got so excited with this. I forgot to share my disclaimer. Just remember, on this quick disclaimer, this podcast is for informational and inspirational purposes only. I'm not a licensed therapist, counselor, or medical professional, and the content shared here is based on personal experiences and insights. If you're facing significant challenges, please seek the support of a qualified professional. Remember, your journey is unique, and you deserve the care and guidance that's right for you. And I want to thank you. And like I've said, in the future, I will be offering subscription services where we can have more guided meditations, journal prompts, journals, even one-on-one clarity sessions, because I believe we can make it through. I've gone through the most hardest situations in life. I still continue the good fight. But I want to say that out of all this, I'm like the phoenix who rose out of the ashes. And something that I've always learned for my Christian community as well is, what is the best way to fight with a snake? If you're an eagle, you pick it up and you go as high as you can and you let go. You let go of that poison that wants to take the best life that you have, the beautiful soul you are, the light that everyone wanted to take away. No more. We're going to rise because this is our life story. And I think our future deserves that. Our current family deserves it. We're here to break chains, make this life a better place. Because I believe that that's what each generation is here for, is to leave it better than what they saw, right? And I'm happy that you came, and I send blessings and light to you, and know that we're going to make it together in this safe zone. Thank you so much.